It was a quiet night when something extraordinary happened. The air was heavy with an indescribable presence, as if the universe itself was lurking, waiting to reveal a long-guarded secret. Suddenly, an ethereal figure appeared, radiating a soft light that illuminated the darkness. The protagonist, a young shepherd named Ethan, felt an invisible force guiding him out of his humble cabin. Ethan lived in the solitary hills of Appalachia, where the nights were cold and the days were filled with tending to his small flock. That night, however, he knew something had changed. The apparition left him in a state of wonder and fear, a feeling he had never experienced before. With his heart racing, he followed the light that seemed to float ahead, leading him to an unknown place. As he walked, the light began to speak. It wasn't a voice like any he had known, but a whisper that seemed to resonate within his own mind. "Ethan," the whisper said, "you have been chosen for a great mission. Do not fear, for you will be guided and protected on your journey." Ethan felt a mix of excitement and fear. He had always believed in greater forces, but never imagined he would be called for such a grand purpose. Determined to follow the guidance he received, he continued walking, even when the light disappeared, leaving him alone in the vastness of the hills. The following days were filled with challenges and deep reflections. Ethan met people and found places that seemed to be waiting for him, as if everything was predestined. In a small town, he met a wise man who told him about a prophetic dream he had the night before. In the dream, the man saw Ethan being guided by a light and knew he must help him on his journey. He offered Ethan a warm meal, a place to rest, and words of encouragement that strengthened his resolve. That night, Ethan had a dream. In it, he saw a ladder extending to the heavens, with luminous beings ascending and descending it. He heard the whisper again, telling him not to fear, and felt a deep peace flood his being. Upon waking, Ethan knew he had to continue, for his mission was far from complete. The journey was marked by trials that tested his courage and faith. In a barren desert, he found a group of lost and thirsty travelers. With unwavering faith, Ethan prayed and found a hidden well among the dunes. The grateful travelers offered him provisions and temporary companionship, but Ethan knew his mission required him to continue alone. In a city filled with chaos and confusion, Ethan encountered a young blind boy begging on the street. Moved by compassion, he approached the boy and, remembering the wise man's words of encouragement, placed his hands over the boy's eyes and prayed silently. When he removed his hands, the boy opened his eyes and saw the light for the first time. The boy's joy and the astonishment of the people around renewed Ethan's strength, knowing he was on the right path. His journey led him to a remote valley where he found an ancient sanctuary. Upon entering, he felt the powerful presence that had guided him from the beginning. In the center of the sanctuary, a brilliant light emanated from a stone altar. Ethan knelt and waited, his heart full of hope and reverence. The light began to speak again, this time with a clarity that filled the entire space. "Ethan, you have shown courage and faith in your journey. Your mission is to remind the world of the importance of hope, compassion, and perseverance. Return now to your people and share what you have learned." With his heart overflowing with gratitude, Ethan returned to his homeland. He shared his story, inspiring those around him to seek goodness and help one another. His life became a living example of faith and dedication, and his name was remembered for generations. The whispers of the unknown that once haunted him became a constant reminder that greater forces guide those who are willing to listen and follow their call. Ethan's story, with its haunting manifestations and moments of revelation, became a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who heard it.